Chapter 11, Section 5, Day 2 is more on analyzing data. Today we're actually going to talk about quartiles and the interquartile range. So a quartile, the word quarter, just means that we separate all of the data into 4 equal parts. And when I say equal parts, it talks about the number of data points, not the values. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So I'll write that down so you can see it. That's different than a regular range. A box and whisker plot. Box and whisker plot tells you how the data is distributed within the set. There's a minimum value, that's the lowest, as long as it's not an outlier. And there's a maximum value, that's the highest, as long as there's not an outlier. You need 5 values to make a box and whisker plot. It's the min and the max, Q1, which is the first quartile, Q3, which is the third quartile, and the median. The median is also called Q2. So this is what a box and whisker plot looks like. One of the most important things to remember about a box and whisker plot is that each section is 25%. So this is 25%, and this is 25%, and this is 25%, and this is 25%. And that's kind of difficult to remember because if you look at what I highlighted in purple, that looks a lot shorter than what I highlighted in yellow. But it is still, in fact, 25% of the data, a fourth equal section of what you're looking at. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So in this question, Q3 would be 80 and Q1 would be 50. So the interquartile range would be 30 because 80 minus 50 is 30. Number 2, the box and whisker plot shows the amount Carrie earned as tips in dollars. Is there an outlier? If so, what is it? Why is it an outlier? If not, why not? So outliers are not part of the box and whisker plot. So if you take a look all the way to the right-hand side, that point right there says that there is an outlier. So yes, there is an outlier. And that outlier occurs at 50, 48, 49, at 50. I'll label that $50. It is much higher than the rest. Maybe I should say greater. The box and whisker plot shows the test scores of the 32 students in Mr. Neal's class. To receive an A, a student must score between 90 and 100. So just pause for a second. 90 to 100 is right there. To receive a B, a student must score between 80 and 89. 80 to 89 is right there. Did more students receive an A or a B on the test? How do you know? So in this case, if you take a look, don't look at the actual size of them, look at the quantities. This purple region is 25%, while this green version is 25% here and almost another 25% there, which is almost 50%. So more students scored a B. And that happens because it is almost 2 boxes. And an A is only 1 whisker. Reading a box and whisker plot is usually pretty straightforward as long as you remember each part is 25%. Creating a box and whisker plot can be a little bit trickier. If you take a look, the number of runs scored by a softball team in 19 games is given. Use the data to make a box and whisker plot. Most important thing you need to do is put the numbers in order first. So order the data, and I've done that. What you want to do then is find the middle number. So take a second and find the median. So the median here actually happens right here. And then what you want to do is cover that median and everything to one side. So I'm going to cover that median and everything to one side, and I'm going to find the middle again. That occurs right here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Cover the median and one side. So there's the median, cover one side. find the middle again. So now, with those three middle numbers, I've got equal sections of data. Each of those sections include 4. You can see them. There are 4 numbers here, 4 numbers there, 4 numbers there, and 4 numbers there. That'll make up my quartiles. So then what you do is you list everything out. So first of all, the minimum is the 1 all the way on the left, and the maximum is the 1 all the way on the right. I've listed my Q1 right here, my median or Q2 right there, and my Q3 there. Make sure that there aren't any outliers, and in this set of data, there is not. So the 5 values I need are min and max, Q1, Q3, and the median. Q1 and Q3 form the boundaries of the boxes, and the min and max form the boundaries of the whiskers. So if you take a look, this is my min and my max, Q1 and Q3 with a median in the middle. It's really important that whatever scale you use is consistent, so that way you can see the size difference in the boxes and whiskers.